Yeah, what's up? What's up? This is Prophet Marshall Occurrence. This is a formal, official, respectful, out of respect video made for Miss Coco Wilburn. Thank you for all your financial support. Um, when I was throughout the streets, you know, right now I'm currently with family. You know, and I just wanted to thank you personally, formally, for your support throughout the past couple months or X amount of time. I think it's about like 2 or 3 months or something like that, maybe more. But um, I am definitely grateful for you. I am definitely appreciative of everything you do. She's never turned me down for a cash app. She responds in her own time sometimes. And but she never lets me down. You know what I'm saying? And then she throws me cash apps out the blue. You know what I'm saying? And what better supporter can you have than that? A person that never turns you down, really, ultimately. If they can't do it at the time, ultimately she reaches out and she don't forget. And then she gives me random cash apps out the blue. So, this is an example of financial support. That's why I wanted to reach out to show my respect first and foremost, and so people can see what real support is. You know what I'm saying? Because people sit back and they think that they supporting us and they doing something, but no, you ain't supporting. You ain't supporting like Miss Coco Wilburn. That's support. You know what I'm saying? So many cash apps she done sent me. You know what I'm saying? And she always sometimes she put love on the cash app. You know what I'm saying? I really have real love for her. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen her personally, physically ever. Any pictures of her or anything like that, and we haven't had any email conversations or anything. This is off the strength of my message. I'm guessing my message and what I do on here, and she's one of my day ones. I label her as one of my day ones that really support me financially, because the proof is in the pudding. It's all about support, man. It's been days I've been hungry on the streets, and Miss Coco Wilburn has been there for me and gave me food, money, cash out money for food. On more than one occasion. On more than one occasion. So this is my video out of respect. This is my video to acknowledge you personally, and I salute you, Miss Coco Wilburn, personally. I wanted to acknowledge you. I know I did a post earlier that you might have saw, you know what I'm saying, where I acknowledged it by post on YouTube, but I wanted to, it's been on my to-do list for some time to do a video on acknowledging you personally, and so I was just sitting here and I was thinking about it, and I was going to do it earlier. And I did a long video just now, and I'm waiting for it to upload. But I was thinking I probably can fit in a pretty decent video, and to thank you formally and officially. I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure you're getting some spiritual harvest. I hope, and that you will start to see spirituality manifestations from God. You will start to see that. You know what I'm saying? Concerning your enemies, you will see your enemies push back. You will see, if you're dealing with gang stalking, you will see that push back. You will see stuff in your family push back. If you got enemies in your family, you will see stuff at your jobs, wherever you at, you're going to see it all push back. I also encourage you to fast. Lifelong fastings, where you choose a food item and you fast it for the rest of your life. It could be restaurants. You could do restaurants, McDonald's. You could fast McDonald's against the gang stalkers, or against real strong enemies in your life, maybe in your family or outside your family, whole communities or types of communities. You can fast whole restaurants, grocery stores, not just food items, but you pick one, you pick a food item and fast it for the rest of your life. And that's been very effective for me in my fastings. I do those also. And besides my water fasting, like right now I'm on a 10-day fast. As I'm doing this video, Miss Coco Wilburn, I'm on a 10-day fast. And I'm at day 4 going into day 5. I got one more hour and I'll be into day 5. And so I'm halfway through. I'm in the middle. So keep me in your prayers, Miss Coco Wilburn. And like I said, I love you. I truly love you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you have done so far. And I know you're going to get spiritual harvests from your giving. And I want you to take a spiritual inventory of all the spiritual harvests that you get when you give the offering. Once you give the offering, start looking and for a victory over the gang stalkers, or victory over whatever in every area of your life. Enemy, people will try to target you because you're with the prophet. You're supporting the prophet. So if you noticed any abnormal people around you, abnormal children in public, at grocery stores and all these department stores, if you notice abnormal things done at restaurants with children, old people, all kind of little funny stuff with gay and lesbian people, funny little stuff with Americans, that's all gang stalking, probably as a result of being connected to me, because they gang stalk everybody that helps me and supports me financially. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That comes with the territory, but God is going to push back those people. I'm telling you, as he was one of his prophets, God is going to push that back off you, Miss Coco Wilburn. He's going to push all the things that come against, if anything comes against your mind, everything that these little games that they play with our family and our finances and struggles in our family with food and money and different things, he's going to push all of that back off you. So during my time of fasting, this 10-day fast, I'm gonna be fasting concerning your life. I'm gonna be fasting for your protection, for your health, your better well-being, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I recommend you, Miss Coco Wilburn, being a woman, that you take B12 as a vitamin. Every woman should take B12. It's good for your moods and your emotions. God has made women the caretakers of our earth, of this earth, and with the caretaker makeup and build, whether you are a mother or not, I'm not sure if you are, but you as a female have been made as the design of a mother with the caretaker build, which makes a woman, that build makes a woman care more, pay attention to more details and things like that. A caretaker has to pay attention to details, and through the details of society and our families, it can, if not careful, a woman can move into anxiety and stress and things like that. So B12, pick up B12 and magnesium and a multivitamin, Miss Coco Wilburn, and that's going to help you get through spiritual warfare. B12 is essential. Regular magnesium oxide. Make sure it says magnesium oxide. And a multivitamin, Centrum preferably, for women is going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel amazing. In spiritual warfare, you will be amazing in spiritual warfare. So, that's the basis. Plenty of water every day. Chuck water. If you don't sip water, just chuck it and just get it down. Pray in the Holy Ghost often. Pray often. Worship God often. Fast often. But like I said, those lifelong fastings is going to be what you need to really ward off these witchcraft people, or any gang stalkers, or people in your family and things like that. These lifelong fastings, where you fast items for the rest of your life, is what's going to help you. And I haven't eaten McDonald's literally in like almost 4 years. I haven't had a literal McDonald's meal this month will make 5 years. I haven't had a whole McDonald's meal in like 5 years. I had some hash browns in like October 2022, and that was 4 years. That's gonna be 4 years in 2 months that I haven't eaten McDonald's. Literally, for no reason at all. No McDonald's products as a fast. And I mean business. I fast Wendy's, I fast Burger King, Red Lobster, the Cheesecake Factory. I'm just going through a list of things. I'm just being transparent. I'm being, just to be informative. Giving you an idea of things you can fast. Different restaurants. And you give them assignments. You give those restaurants assignments, and you fast different restaurants, and to get victory and concerning these assignments, things you need, the problems you have, you fast and give it an assignment, and God will move according to what you're asking him to do. And as those fastings get older year by year, they gain spiritual acceleration and power. That's why you keep them going. Now, sometimes God may give you a reset for certain seasons in your life when you do a lifelong fasting, where he wants you to eat certain things in certain seasons. Then he'll call you back to that lifelong fast. It may be a couple days. It may be one meal, a week or something like that, or month or something like that. And then he'll call you back to it. But don't appoint yourself to it. God will show you when a spiritual reset is going on in your life, right? And where there's a revolution in your life, a spiritual revival or spiritual revolution in your life, and he wants you to eat that. He'll tell you, he'll speak to you like he done me, but he'll call you back to that lifelong fasting after a certain spiritual reset and spiritual revolution or revival, a personal revival. Okay, but those lifelong fastings is very effective. And then I do yearly fastings where I fast certain things that I do eat for just a year. Like I done fasted chicken for a year. I done fasted fish. I'm currently fasting fish for a year. I fasted collard greens for a year. I fasted ice cream for a year. And it has given me strong power in spiritual warfare over the gang stalkers, the adversaries, and the enemies. So you gotta, and all these witchcraft people. These are ideas. The year fast where you do go back to eating certain food items, but you fasted for a year. Then you got the lifelong fastings, two different type of fastings where you fast something for the rest of your life. Then you got every day, the water fastings, like I'm doing now, the 10-day fastings. And then you got a supernatural fast where you fast food and water. And I only do those for 1 day. If I want to do a 1-day fast, I usually I usually get the butter out of the duck, as the old school would say, by, if it's a 1-day fast, I fast food and water to get the butter out of the duck, to get the best optimal effect, and then I chuck the water after the 1-day fast, the supernatural fast. That's called a supernatural fast, when you have no food, no water. I only do those in 1 days at max, total fastings. The biggest total fasting I've done is a 21-day total fasting. 21 days. I've done 14 days, 10 days. Like I'm currently on a 10-day fast. I've done 7-day fastings, 4-day fastings, 5 days, 3 days, even 2 days in 1 days. In 1 day. And so I'm giving you all these pointers for you to go into higher levels of spiritual warfare, because ultimately that's what I want my viewers to be able to do, is to navigate through all this darkness. And so this is a good rolling out of the spiritual carpet, if you will, to give you, a good format to get, things done in the spiritual world. I offer spiritual recipes, but a lot of people don't take them. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that you do.